everybody, we are back with another review, and today we got a special treat. Today we are picking up another Mcfarlane figure, unboxing it and checking it out here for you on the channel. Today we have the Doom Marauder. So this is from Doom Eternal. We got the Marauder, which is the first villain that we have seen from Mcfarlane drop, and yes, very, very, very impressive. Very impressive figure straight out the gate. Looking at the packaging, still sealed, waited to see this unboxed on the channel for you. There's the back right there where he's got his Argent Energy axe, which is so sick. Look at that figure right there on the side. Now I do have all the other Doomslayers. We have one Doomslayer over here that we're going to use to compare to the Marauder here, but whew, they do good work over at Mcfarlane. We have not been disappointed in the 20 years we've been collecting this guy's figures. He makes some amazing stuff. I first started collecting the Mcfarlane toy figures with the series from Sam Keith called the Max. It's actually my favorite comic book character of all time. They just don't happen to have him in pop form. Well, as of yet, we don't know. He was started with Image Comics, so you know, I mean, in a way, Walking Dead is kind of in there as well with Image. So maybe there's some kind of a, oh, we have one more on the back here to cut, and then before we get Excalibur out. And then actually I think we're gonna need that again, because there's the snippies inside too. So there we go, right there. Again, we love our Mcfarlane figures here on this channel. They make some great stuff. They make some great stuff, and they have been making great stuff for a very long time. I mean, the dude just made 300 issues of Spawn, which is like impressive. Wow, look at that. That Argent Axe looks sick. Now, I know a lot of people were complaining because they said the Argent Axe did not have a translucent appeal to it, but I beg to differ after seeing it in person, because the concept art that they originally released with it, oh, let's get that right under there. Oh, that's what I didn't want to do, but we did it anyway. So let's slide this along the glue. There we go. Just using the tip of Excalibur to slide out the Argent Axe, which straight out the gate, what I was talking about was there was a lot of people that were mad that the Argent Axe wasn't clear, that they thought it was a solid red, but there you go right there. It is a translucent, clear, crystalline Argent Energy axe. This is sick, and this is what he wields when you first encounter him in one of the earlier episodes in the game of Doom Eternal, and then from then on out he just appears. He appears in multiple forms, so there's two of them. Sometimes you fight at the same time, which is, yes, as the game obviously progresses, it gets easier to tackle this type of a character. Looks like we got one there, and that's it, or one there. I think we just pull those like we did last time. And we got, and that should be, then we also have this one's a matte stand right there. The first original Doomslayer, I believe, came with a gloss one. Wow. This is insane. And it's great though that they finally released an enemy or a villain, if you would, from the antagonist from the story from Doom Eternal, because they've dropped 3 variations of the Slayer. We have the traditional Slayer, we have the Phobos Edition Slayer, we also have the Bronze Edition Slayer. So this is a nice welcomed addition. It would be neat maybe to get a Baron of Hell. I think that would be sweet. Or maybe the they're not Cyber Demons in Doom Eternal, they're called the Tyrants. But I think it would be neat to get the Cyber Demon from Doom 2020 or 2016. But yeah, this is sick. So let's check out the Marauder here, who has, he is a previous, what is he? He was a Knight Sentinel from Sentinel Prime, I believe, and he became evil, corrupted, because he wears a similar variation suit to the Slayer, and you could tell that he is very demonic. He is definitely transformed. He's got these huge horns right here which go into his skull. He's got this face plate like he's ready for the coronavirus. He's got these huge shoulder pads. This one rotates, which is neat, so you can see the leather strap underneath, which is nice. I think that's a nice touch right there. And then also the shoulder pad over here rotates, which is great because that allows you to get a little bit more room with the arm. You can move it up a little bit more, and it allows him to wield his insane axe. Now I believe the axe can go on, I guess, in either hand, but let's see how maybe we could snap it in there, because I don't usually like bending the fingers, but yeah, it looks like you can just bend it in there. I don't usually like going to start immediately and just bend the hand, but because I don't want to snap any fingers off. But there you go, there's the traditional stance with him hanging the Argent Energy axe and wielding it very low right there, which is cool. And then him raising it up right there. Probably get a little bit more range of motion in the other hand, but it's neat to know that this will go in either hand. We'll put in the other one in a second. Same ab movement as the Doomslayer. He's got that ab movements, double joint, one on the bottom, one on the top to get that full bend. Elbow movements, got that notch quality, which is great. Love that for Mcfarlane toys. They're great for posability. When you have that notch, it kind of locks it into place, which is great. Same thing with the range of motion for the shoulder. It's got a notch system, as you can see in the armpit right there. Those little notches, again, over time probably will wear out, but I mean, these are different kind of figures. They're not usually figures that a lot of people would play with very often. It's usually something that you would put in a pose, take a photo of it, or leave it as a nice display piece, which is what I like to do. Versus like a heavy use or a high use, high traffic figure, you know, it's not going to have that. It's not going to have that type of quality, because this is a little bit higher caliber figure. We can get a little bit more of a high knee out of the Marauder versus the Doomslayer, so he could almost get like a 90 degree, but not quite. He could almost sit down. He could almost sit down, but we do get full extension as per most Mcfarlane figures. We can do a really nice kick move right there. Could even do a nice bend right there. We could do a nice kick move right there. That's nice. And then also on these pads, I just noticed he has his skulls right there with horns on them. These little pads are flexible as well. These are like a sheath that goes over him. Here is the sheath, I should say, for his weapon, which is really cool that he hangs his axe there. That is neat. So let's see here. Let's try putting it in this hand and see how it is, and then we'll look at him next to the Slayer. We'll put him and pose him on the stand, and we're going to turn this where the larger blade is down, which is how it is and how it should be oriented, because when he picks it up, that is the side that you want to attack with, as you can see right there. So that is really neat. Yeah, this is a sick figure. I mean, please, let's get some more of these Mcfarlane Doom figures. These are super sick. Again, shout out to Just Call Me D, Dustin over there, always with the hookup finding these. He always finds these Mcfarlane figures and shoots me over a picture to let me know that they have dropped, because for some reason I don't usually see them that often, the drops on these. I don't know why. Probably because I haven't been into a GameStop in I don't know how many months, because of this nonsense virus going on right now. So other than that, look at that, look at that, look at that. That is awesome. And holding his axe like that. He stands up pretty good too. He looks good standing posed on his stand. Again, they don't need to stand up on their stands at all. They stand out great. This is just a nice display piece. It helps not fall over as easy on there, and it's a branded, stand for it. So next, we're gonna pull in the Slayer. Here is the Slayer right here, or as the Marauder refers to him as, the Betrayer. But we have the Slayer here. Nonetheless, they stand up next to each other, just about the same height head to head, and then the horns kind of take it just a little bit above the edge. But as you can see here, this is the matchup right here in the game. Basically, when the Slayer approaches the Marauder comes out of a portal, and the Slayer has the translucency of his visor, where you can see his eyes, as he went to recover Dr. Samuel Hayden, the remains of his, I guess, android body, if you would. And he ends up throwing the remains of Dr. Samuel Hayden through the portal with the help of Vega, the central nervous system, if you would, of the entire base, basically. So yeah. Anyway, long story short, after he threw the corpse of Samuel Hayden through the portal, he proceeded to fight the Marauder, which is when you fight him. And he has a very unique attack style, which you have to actually have strategy to initially fight the Marauder, or else he'll take you out. He'll take you out, and you'll just keep restarting over and over again until you get it right, until you figure out what the pattern is and how you're supposed to do it. But there is a grappling hook on the front of your double barrel shotgun, and in the episode right before you fought the Marauder, you ended up getting this, and there's also another weapon in there that will help. But if you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't played the game, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But here's the original Doom Slayer, and this is the stand that we got with it, which is a gloss, as you can see, a gloss stand versus the... Everyone since this original Doom Slayer drop had this matte finished one, but we got the original one had a gloss one, which is the main reason why I grabbed this Slayer particularly to show off. But there we go right there. We got the Marauder figure from Doom Eternal, Mcfarlane Toys dropping that fire. I mean, look at those boots. Look at those boots. I mean, there's like dirt on the boots. We got battle damage on the boots. They painted the leather strap. They even weathered the straps. I mean, they really go above and beyond. They do great work. It's just a different type of toy. When it comes down to like a figure that you play with all the time, this could be. I mean, this could be that. But it's, for me personally, it's more of a collectible. I see that as, and it's more of something that makes a great display piece, especially like behind some glass or something like that, where it's not going to get super dusty. So that's the main thing on that for me. I know a lot of people might buy these and play with them. I mean, go right ahead. I mean, do what you want. It's your toys. Collect what you want to play with. Collect what you want to display. I mean, do whatever rubs your fancy. But at the end of the day, these are some sick figures. They make some great display pieces. Mcfarlane Toys. I know we do mainly Funko reviews on this channel, but I do always occasionally drop other things that I am interested in, that I collect, that I think are video worthy, and these Mcfarlane figures are for sure that toy. So why don't you let me know down in the comments below what you think of the Marauder figure from Doom Eternal, and what do you think of the line of Doom toys that Mcfarlane has dropped? Do you collect these? Are these something that once you see these reviewed, you get more interested and you want to buy them? Let me know down in the comments below, and let me know which one of these Mcfarlane ones that we've reviewed on the channel that you like best, the Marauder or any one of the 3 Doom figures that we have done with the Doom Slayer. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. For more content like this, subscribe for more, because I do reviews every single day, so look out for that, and have a great rest of your day.